Cover.
Why not?
And a kick out. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the All Elite Duo since day zero. You know what this is for. I'm the Samantha, some brand, the voice of Jam Man. My name is Noah Foster. Happy Eve of Christmas Eve to you all, as me and the KRG King are here with the Blue League semifinals to be determined. This is AEW Collision Holiday Bash. And King, you already talked about statistics here. I know we're running a little late, but you know what that means. We're all right, because tonight it's all about some good fights. We got meat. We got 3 Blue League matches. We got trios action. We also got the return of America to the ring. Stomping ground of your state below you, Texas, as we are in San Antonio. But I don't think we'll be seeing any Spurs playing tonight. Might be some of the audience as we're here in this technical classic. It's Cloud Castanoi and Brad Dansby clash for the first time ever in All Elite Wrestling, where again, if Brian wins, he's a lock in the semifinals. But again, bro, you talked about prior to us talking about this show going live, a lot on the line, and there could possibly be a 5-way tie.
What Daniel Garcia possibly playing spoiler, as you alluded to before we went live. I mean, it could be a 5-way tie. There's a whole lot of scenarios in the Blue League of this Continental Classic that it could go either way, just like how it was Wednesday night on Dynamite in the Gold League, in which we figured out what that's going to be between a triple threat between Jay White, Swerve, and Mox next Wednesday on the Go Home Dynamite before World's End in the Gold League.
Oh, man, just stomping the knees into the mat. A vicious kick to the spine by Bryan Danielson. Here's the floater recovered, lateral press. And then 1 count. Let's keep in mind, Bryan Danielson has that fractured orbital bone.
That he is still wrestling on, and I don't see how he does it. I would have just took him to like a year, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months off. But Bryan Danielson is one inhuman being. He's not even human at all.
He's smiling. Look at Bryan. He's smiling.
Unbelievable. See, that's what I'm saying. He's a one-eyed dragon, literally and figuratively.
Well, Dragon can still breathe fire, and of course, breathing fire, we'll see a lot of combustible elements, I'm sure, in this women's tag match. Thunder Rose and Abaddon taking on Julia Hart, the TBS champion, and Sky Blue. Although I do wonder if Sky Blue's any closer, fading to black.
After what I've seen last night with her and Queen Amamata, might be. Might.
Scoop slam and by Claudio Castanoi picking up speed, drops the elbow. Here's a cover by Claudio to tie and gets a 2 count. And of course, the AEW Trios Championships are on the line. Top Flight Action Dre taking on the Acclaimed. For everybody loves the Acclaimed.
We'll see about that after the match results over. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. But as we also learned prior to this, Abaddon is now officially the next challenger towards Julia Hart's TBS Championship. It will be, think about this, Julia Hart's first pay-per-view match coming in as its champion, and Abaddon's first pay-per-view match coming in as challenger in front of a live full audience.
She's ready. We've been knowing that ever since we've seen this, this young woman like grow up before as a varsity cheerleader and then grow up to be a member of the House of Black, and now she's the TBS champ, the youngest. So she's ready.
You also got to consider Abaddon also is the anomaly, AEW original that's been lurking in the dark, now being brought to light more than ever, it seems.
Question: has Abaddon?
What the hell?
I know, technical at its prowess. I love it.
Look at both men still in the Greco-Roman knuckle lock as both men monkey flip each other. All for sure is down, 7 with the count. Bryan bridges up the left shoulder. Shoulder down again. Now Claudio, look at the neck strafe here. This is neck strong, by the way. Eat your heart out, Roger Strong.
Hey, you leave the neck ambassador alone.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'll leave it at me.
Thank you.
Don't go Chad Gable on me now with that.
No, that's fine. No, Chad Gable, though, good person. Stiff boot to the side of the jaw there by Bryan Danielson. By the way, very nice gesture by AEW and their partner Jazzers donating $1 million in toys to Toys for Tots.
Yes. Oh, short arm clothesline. Cover, too.
Tis the season to give, as we all know, King. But then again, Bryan Danielson receiving pleasure. Oh, from the eye, a big uppercut out of the corner. Again, Bryan Danielson said he expected this. What anything less? It's look at the leg and a 2 count. Whoa. Of course, and look at all the 2s in the crowd. We got a freaking choir of 2s in the rows. Brilliant. Sunset flip. Cover. Uh-oh. Might go swinging. Bryan Danielson reversal. Cover. 2. Cross leg. 2 count again. Oh, God, what a clothesline. Cover 2. No. Hot and fast and furious action. Better than the Fast and Furious franchise's latest films being demonstrated here with Kyle Castanelli and Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
Oof.
Look at that clothesline right there from Claudio. The velocity of that.
Turn Bryan Danielson
Swinging.
inside out, upside down. Well, I mean, you know, hey, I'm sure they go swinging enough in San Antonio.
No, he about to do it, but Bryan about to transition to the LaBelle.
Can he hook him, though? Can he hook him again with the bat? Let's not forget, not just the fractured orbital bone. He's got that bad right arm after that war with Kazuchika Okada. And might I add, he's still facing the Rainmaker January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom.
No, I don't belong. I don't know. That's like in what? 2 weeks?
Well, give or take, but who's counting? We're on the final countdown.
Okay. Oh, just baseball slide.
Bryan Danielson picking up speed. Just got the kick. And to your point, we are on the final countdown to year's end. Oh, gosh, the knee off the apron. Hard to the shoulder. And again, we talk about the wear and tear of this first ever round robin tournament, the Kano Classic in All Elite Wrestling. None of these men are at this point 100%.
And they won't be 100% as soon as this thing concludes. It's like basically if you ever watched it in New Japan Pro Wrestling G1, like we both have before, it'll take toll on your body for about months, maybe your entire career.
Masahiro Chono still with the record of the most wins at 5, while Kazuchika Okada, I believe, now is at 4. Oof. And there you see the Ring of Honor World Championship, the NWA Strong Championship, and of course the newly christened, still uncovered Continental Championship. And of course that will be billed as the North America Triple Crown, the first Triple Crown champion in AEW on American soil. Anti-air raid with the uppercut. Cover 2. No.
2 count.
So much on the line. Claudio Castagnoli virtually do or die.
He's at 6, and he basically can get 9 right here if he beats his BCC mate, Bryan Danielson.
For those that are wondering, I love professional wrestling, my heart, the greatest my life, and I am truly elite for life.
Always, for life.
Irish whip.
Drop toe hold.
Got toe hold. Claudio Castagnoli sends face first the second turnbuckle. And we do these type of things once in a while out of nowhere just for fun, folks. But we also do this every week as it's our getaway, our escape from the real world and the passion that is our fandom for this industry. And what All Elite Wrestling is still unfolding.
AEW is one of our many. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. No,
go ahead. AEW is one of our many professional wrestling escapes, folks. So.
Well, TNA apparel. Well, Brian
swinging time.
Because he is swinging him while moving around the ring. It's almost like a freaking helicopter propeller inside a propeller.
Noah, let's not forget this is the Swiss Superman, the Swiss Cyborg cover.
Fair enough. Is enough to advance? Puzzling.
No.
That would be huge right there. Claudio Castagnoli got the win over Bryan Danielson.
That would have made it for now a 3-way tie with Claudio at 9 if he would have got the 1, 2, 3.
Crowd change. This is awesome. You gotta wonder when the clock's gonna come into play. Again, these matches 20 minutes time limit. A draw will literally basically put Claudio Castagnoli out of this. As Bryan Danielson and Andrade have 9. Claudio and Kingston have to score a win tonight to stay alive. Brody as well.
Yes. While Claudio right now is looking for the sharpshooter, but Bryan trying everything in his advantage to not be locked in the sharpshooter. And he did while reaching the ropes.
Can you believe the last time that these two faced each other one-on-one was in 2008 at Ring of Honor in a no disqualification match?
But if we want to count the E in their career, they haven't fought since a few years back.
As they're coming! Oh, God! As we have a commercial break. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you may celebrate with your families. I hope that you truly just find a moment to enjoy life, and if you can, also enjoy wrestling or take a chance on it. And again, King, you and I, we just kind of decided to do this on the fly. Just like the second time we did this pre-recorded thing. It seemed like the family, some people appreciate it. Almost makes me wonder during maybe specials when I'm not hired by the Championship Network. We should just do these things live, but I wouldn't do anything without your permission, of course, because at the end of the day, we still have to realize this world is full of
You know what?
nonsensical idiots, to put it politely.
Exactly. Exactly. And of course, I'm down to do these if if Jeff and JJ don't have you busy doing, commentary with they specials. So, yeah, I'm down to do that. No problem.
The hashtag we gonna die schedule that they're giving me already for 2024. I'm calling freaking 5 things in the first new week alone. Fuck God! Well, Brian Danielson might be calling out to a doctor. Cover 2, no. And
He already done that probably twice.
Fair enough, and still not enough. Oh, look at this. The rear naked choke, and he's got the legs trapped, body scissors in the ring, away from the ropes, trying to wear down the American Dragons again. They're running down this crazy car, La Mera back after what felt like an eternity in her own city, might I add, San Antonio, Texas.
500 days, folks. 500 days she's been gone.
Yeah, put that in perspective. That still just sounds crazy to me. And of course, Andrade El Idolo La Sombra takes on Eddie Kingston, who has a whole new fire lit on him. Ever since Brian Danielson put that cardboard sign saying Eddie Kingston was a bum. Woof! And Eddie Kingston has not lost a match since.
It kind of felt like Brian just lit that fire in him. And of course, when you step into the ring with Brian, that he technically will do that to you. He'll light a fire that you feel like has already been put out or hasn't been started yet, and then boom, you're right back in the gear.
Well, it's one of those things we also talk about all the time when it comes to, again, you have to kick it into another gear to endure something like this. And again, as I alluded to, and I will be calling this crazy mother efforts taking on the Rainmaker January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom.
In 2 weeks, folks. In 2 weeks.
And we are back. Stephon Smith calling for both men to get out of the corner here. Capacity crowd on hand, San Antonio, Texas. This is AEW Collision, where Saturday nights are once again all right for fighting and professional wrestling since June 17th.
Yep. Clyde looking for a superplex, but no. Oh!
Ooh, right on the Swiss balls.
It's tied to the tree of woe.
Again, how deep are we in this match? When does the clock become a factor? We know these men can both go up to pretty much 60 minutes.
These two can, because they are world class, just like a few others that we could possibly name on the top of our head. But Justin has not announced of what, how many minutes left in this match so far. So far, we still good. Back superplex.
Back superplex. Golly, you wonder who got the worst of that. Cloud Castagnoli with a bad landing all the way to the center of the ring. Brian Danielson slow to fall up, though. Could have gone for a cover probably during that.
Slowly is, but he is right now.
Here's the cover. Hugging the far leg. 2 count only. Again, as Kevin Kelly alluded to, if Brian Danielson wins, he advances. It's as simple as that.
The first one in the blue league to go to double digits.
Oof, hammering at the elbow, staple of the Blackpool Combat Club. Again, forged in combat. And of course, next week, before we kiss the year adieu, we will have a New Year's Smash, Dynamite and Rampage ahead of the World's End before 2024 begins. Whoa!
Tilt-a-whoa, arm jack to a lapel lock.
Right in the center of the ring, great transition, great hold here. Stephon Smith perfectly in position. But again, look at the reach.
But Claudio leg on the rope.
That's my point. The reach, the length of Claudio Castagnoli saved him.
Yes, it did. But wait, what? You got a 5, Brian. Technically, you got a 4.
He knows. There's like a Nigel McGuinness in the background, the Santa hat. Of course,
Nigel.
Of course, I'm sure he's already insulted Brian Danielson more than enough times, calling him Brittle Brian, clam digger.
Nigel stay hate watching on Brian.
And no love lost with possibly the best commentator.
There's Dasha. There was Dasha.
Yeah. At the 15-minute mark, 5 minutes left, and oh.
I don't like this.
The Clyde right now in the dominant position, sit across the top rope. Now,
no way. What is this?
Oh my God.
That is that is middle rope. Middle rope vertical stalling suplex.
London Bridge fell down hard cover till it's not over.
Nope, the London Bridge is still intact for now.
All the twos are out. The fans say it was 2. Stefan Smith says it was 2. Cloud Castagnoli, it was 2. We're under 5 minutes left in this first match tonight of 3 in the Blue League of the Continental Classic.
Yeah, San Antonio is chanting "Fight Forever."
And guys, again, good great holiday gift for your family. I'm sure you can find out at a good price at your local GameStop. Got less than about 4 minutes. That's not even good. It's just, I imagine he's not trying to be biased, but I'm just guessing he's rooting for Cloud Castagnoli.
Yeah, but
wait, counter! The triangle!
With the elbows.
Grabbing Cloud down to his knees. Let's not forget that's how he beat Eddie Kingston in their very first encounter on Rampage.
Yes, it was. Oh, but the strength of Claudio.
Of the Swiss Superman.
Neutralizer! 1, 2, huh?
Oh!
And Claudio is sinking in for Claudio that he thought he had Brian.
Oh, man. You see the damage to the neck, though, in that triangle, though, as Cloud's looking for his air. Again, Cloud in disbelief, got less than 4 minutes left to try and pull out a decision. If you can't pin him,
he does.
Maybe you can submit him. Maybe you can incapacitate him. Maybe take a count out. You have to do something to win.
Well, the neutralizer didn't work. But he's going to try for a second time. No! Stay on his feet.
Cloud is on his feet. They're coming.
Well, that get it done.
That's a photo of the cover.
No. As Brian says, it's time to kick his head in.
Fans are standing up here, but again, the clock has to play a factor. Brian Danielson don't give a damn.
Nope.
Oh, man, just stop away. Look, Tony Schiavone and Kevin Kelly also have a hat. I can't wear a hat in this headset.
Oh, wait. Oh. Counter. Wait. Brian's about to get a taste of his own medicine.
Oh, my gosh. Look at the stomps.
Now we're at a stare at these two on the ground.
Up kicks. Literal up kicks from a downward position. Each man kicking each other up with a single leg boot. And still maintaining wrist control. Both men literally locked in combat.
Wait, one? Well, one.
Ooh. Can't rest for even a second.
Claudio with the kicks, multiple kicks.
Just driving his boot into the
one,
side of the
two.
head of Brian Danielson.
Nope.
Deep cover here. No.
Got the legs hooked. Cloverleaf. We are in Texas. Texas Cloverleaf.
That's a sharpshooter.
That's a sharpshooter.
But look at Brian Danielson.
2 minutes away. 2 minutes remain.
Uh-oh. Can Claudio get Brian Danielson to tap out or pass out in less than 120 seconds?
Well, he got him dragged. He's got him dragged.
Bring it back towards Sarah. Nigel McGinnis on his feet. This could be unbelievable. He doesn't tap. The fans are in their seats.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Can he make it? Can he outlast him? Can he beat the clock?
He cinched in deep. It's in real deep. But Brian is not tapping and he's not passing out.
Time's about to run out. This may be a draw. A draw will eliminate Claudio. 10 seconds left. 10.
Claudio knows it. Claudio knows it. Claudio knows it. Oh.
Finish him.
European uppercut. Swiss cut. And no. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, professional wrestling fans, we have our first time limit draw in the Continental Classic, which means Brian Danielson now leads the block and Claudio is officially eliminated.
Yep. Brian's got 10 and Claudio got 7.
And because of the previous wins, Bryan Danielson has officially locked himself into the semifinals. He's in no matter what.
Yep.
Holy hell. Woo.
That was professional wrestling at its finest, Noah. My goodness.
There you see it, bro. 10 points. Bryan Danielson leads the block. He is a lot in the semifinals, no matter what. And Claudio eliminated, finishes with 7. Honor is real. Professional wrestling is defined here in AEW. What a war.
Wrestling masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. Wrestling masterclass.
As we look back at the Gold League, again, it is a 3-way tie. John Moxley, Stuart Strickland, Jay White, they will compete in a triple threat. One of those 3 men is going to World's End to become the first ever AEW Continental Classic champion. As we get a moment to breathe, as we look at all 3 men's journey up to this point and their mindsets. Oh, man. As we saw everything that unfolded this past Wednesday on Dynamite.
Jay beat Mox with the Blade Runner, which no one could believe. Even I couldn't believe that. But now he is 2-0. Jay can say that he's defeated Mox not once, but twice.
Man. Whew.
Have I ever mentioned that? Thank God for the C2.
At least once or twice in our little ATW reactions and virtual attendances for every episode of AEW Dynamite. At least once or twice.
I'm just saying, thank God for the C2, because the C2 has been masterclass.
Honor is combat. Man.
But up next, the AEW World Trios Championship, as the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn will defend against Top Flight and Action and Journey. That comes next.
Can 3 Wise Flying Men beat 2 men and an Ass Man for the Trios Championships? About to find out next in Holiday Bash. We got a commercial break. Okay, first off, let me just go ahead and say it, because I thought for sure that was going to be my match that defines it. So I think you know what I'm about to say.
Yep, I got the finger ready.
That's professional wrestling! Damn it! What a freaking war. 20-minute draw. The first match to do it was the 2 members of Blackpool Combat Club locked in combat. You couldn't ask for a better ending for Claudio Castagnoli's run than that, besides him advancing. But again, there's a reason why William Regal called Bryan Danielson the perfect wrestler.
Yep. Exhibit A, prime example. Wrestling masterclass, folks.
Woo. Well, again, man, that being said, we got a commercial break now. I mean, at this point, though, you do got to consider, again, this is the first. This sets the pace for a new annual tradition as AEW blurs the lines of what we always looked at professional wrestling as and really makes it feel like hard-fought, fair-won competition, only won by the strongest. And that's what AEW does to try and stand out. And I think, again, that's a key trait for them. But, dude, while they are changing business strategies, they've got to turn it around come next year in some capacity. I don't know how, but in order for this type of stuff to continue to be the main focus, even when it's not year-round, they got to rebound when it comes to their outlook and their audience. There's no denying that.
Exactly. And like you said, from a business structure standpoint, I mean, they've already made like 2 announcements from the corporate structure, as in Matt Jackson's wife is about to be let go, and Rich McFurry, who was the VP of the live event tours and all that stuff, you know, the one that Jeff Jarrett was doing, he's about to be let go. They're both about to be let go next month, as a matter of fact. So I'm guessing this is another direction in the change that AEW is about to do as well. So 2024, like I said last night in the chat, It changes the landscape of wrestling no matter what promotion it is. It changes the landscape of wrestling, period.
And again, we want AEW to succeed, but AEW has to evolve. They have to grow. They have to gain that positive appeal with the fan base and try and reach out to the casuals. There's only so far your dedicated will take you if you're not building a profit in the long haul of it too. While they made more money than ever this year with how much content they put out, again, they doubled their pay-per-view freaking schedule. And of course, they also have really furthered out into that New Japan Pro Wrestling partnership, as we've also seen unfold, as well as unlock some other deals that we've seen with other like media outlets to allow AEW to be broadcast. They still have a lot of work to do. And again, this company is not even freaking 5 years old. I can't stress that enough. Anyway.
Well, let's take some flight with Top Flight and Action and Journey.
Well, buckle up in your seat in first class as we are about to see quite a holiday bash. The AEW Trios Championships are on the line as Dante Martin and, for that matter, the Acclaim are back. It's Top Flight Action and Journey versus the Acclaim and Daddy Ass for the Trios Championships. Look at that, a high five to the security guard there.
See, that's what I love about AEW. They're always about family.
Well, I like to think that anywhere you go in this industry, there is some aspect of family, but you definitely can see it in Impact Wrestling and in AEW.
But it's been a while since we're about to hear Max Caster rap.
Oh, Lord. On the holidays, can we be sensible, please?
Well, we're about to find out, ain't we?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Listen.
Okay, Max, give it to me. Give it to us. Oh. Spurs. Yep, Spurs. Yep, I caught that one.
Oh, God. It's Santa! Steven scissoring! Santa scissoring.
Would you just? I was like, yay for Santa till you said that. And I had to bring my arms down. Like, dude.
I just want to put this in perspective. Santa scissored. The Grinch didn't. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord.
And they got the scissor meat that the grasping with the scissoring belts.
It is the season for scissoring. The AEW Trios Champs on the line. Yes, I just said that. As we have Aubrey Everett as our official here. Oh God, I'm gone. This would be fun though. Aubrey holding the scissoring Trios Championships. Try saying that 5 times fast.
As this trio of Top Flight and Action and Journey just came off a main event rampage last week with Penta, Commander, and El Hijo del Vikingo.
What a freaking match that was. You want to talk about aerial clinic.
That was like PWG-esque.
I mean, let's be honest here. AEW gives us PWG. It gives us shades of Impact TNA. It gives us shades of WCW, ECW. And, of course, Strong Style personified with Kings Road, Pro Wrestling Noah, and freaking New Japan. AEW gives us a little bit of everything. And I think sometimes that gets a little bit lost in the shuffle. But honestly, it's not a bad thing because variety, I think, keeps interest. It's that consistency and redundancy that I think draws a bit away from your audience. And yet, in a way, maybe that's how some people are retained. And we'll see if they claim retain the titles tonight. Oh my God!
What a neck
backbreaker combination covered by Bowens and a 2 count. I see Bob Bowens after going for that dang glass window.
Yep.
Oof. Up in the kick.
Kick to the midsection from Bowens.
Type Tool athlete, to say the least, even though his only tool seems to be
blind tag from Action and Journey.
Ooh, man.
Drop kick.
Flying in with a drop kick, hook on the far leg. 2 count only. I gotta be honest though, that one line, I love the red, white, and green twos in the audience. That's so good. Oh, as I was saying, I gotta be honest here. I kind of agree with what they're saying. Ever since Action Dre beat Chris Jericho, he has kind of been lost in the shuffle, but it seems he's found new ground in this trios division, at least for now.
For now, I mean, yeah, he's been sprinkled in for Ring of Honor. If you know, like us, we watch on Honor Club. But other than that, you're pretty much right, like spot on. Cover.
Cover. 2 count only.
Darius
By
breaking it
Darius.
up.
Of course, Darius and Nash and Dre have been tagged for the better part of this year. To your point, they also were involved in a feud against the Kingdom that concluded a fight without honor.
You don't shimmy. Here come Billy.
He's an ass man. Sorry. Oh, the daddy issues here, I feel like. Up and over. Nice
Drop kicks and stereo.
There.
Oh.
The standoff here. Whew. Aubrey again, already losing control.
Did Bowens just push? Did Cass just push Bowens to tag in Billy? What was that about?
I think actually Andreas out to prove a point. That's what it's about.
Billy just slam dunked him, literally.
Well, they are in the home of the Spurs.
Skip up. Oh!
You don't tell Billy Gunn to do that. Just say
no.
Woof! Just a wear slam. Almost a sidewalk slam of sorts. Again, the fact that Billy Gunn is still going as he is at his age, in the condition that he is.
I'll say, with the physique he got for his age, unbelievable. Unreal.
As we go to the rest of my client, picture in picture one more time. And again, we talked about for a little bit the trios division. Is it right now lost in the shuffle? Is it without clear direction? Do we need somebody to overcome the Acclaim, or do the Acclaim need to remind us why they are the people's choice in AEW Trios champions, you know?
It's a little bit of both. Like, they're lost in the shuffle, but I feel like the Acclaim, ever since they turned babyface, like, it's a hit and miss, especially with Max Caster's raps. It's a hit and miss. I know from a rap fan, a rap head as myself, I know it's a hit and miss, because when he was heel, it was nothing but Don DeMarco's get the crowd going ooh and on a consistent basis when he comes out. But it's like now it's hit and miss. Like, there's some hits and then there's some misses. Like, yeah, ooh, it's still there, but then it's like, don't know how I feel about that. But
it is the year's end, and we are about approaching the world's end. So maybe we'll see, a brighter new beginning for the Trios division. Only one can tell. And now, speaking of new beginning and speaking of ends, Daniel Garcia here needs to figure out a new beginning that's brighter than his world's end right now, considering he's the only one that's going goose egg so far in the Blue League.
And speaking about new direction, I never thought at another roster the Abaddon tag team for this match tonight will be a creepy direction.
Well, at least you could be Tranquilo and watch Strong Style personify with Andrade. You're going to take on Eddie Kingston. Again, if Andrade wins, Eddie Kingston is eliminated. And you got to consider, based on what Bryan Danielson did, if Andrade wins, Andrade advances as well.
Be Bryan versus Andrade. And as for Eddie Kingston, bye-bye to those titles.
He put it out there himself. He wanted to do this. He willingly gave those titles up. And at the end of the day, he might literally be losing everything he's worked so hard to gain to try and further. Again, the Ring of Honor World Championship and the Strong Championship could be gone tonight with an Eddie Kingston loss. But again, since Bryan Danielson instigated the character of Eddie Kingston has not lost a match in the Continental Classic.
No, he hasn't.
That's got to be considered.
In which that fire needed to be reignited, like, just for a little bit, especially in this Continental Class. I mean, let's face it, Eddie Kingston just came off of G1 months ago too, so he's used to this right now this year, as far as this year's standards.
Well, again, it's the first round robin in AEW. We are back here at AEW Collision. AEW Trios Champions on the line. Referee Aubrey Edwards. Happy holidays, Aubrey.
What's Billy looking for here? No.
Oh my!
Stumbled. Doozy.
Well, I mean, his head, I think, collided, pun intended, with the ring post.
It's a Guri.
That rock, Billy. And there he goes. But
here comes Dante, and here comes Max.
Again, Dante Martin to the point also on that MC. Dante Martin literally had his ankle twisted earlier this year at Supercard of Honor.
Yeep.
Up and over.
And he hasn't missed that vertical springboard ability neither.
I feel like he's gotten even better.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff.
That freaking flying cross body. Talk about taking.
Oh, I missed that.
That escape. I still don't understand how he does it. Seamless synergy by Top Flight once again. That's cast over.
Pop up. No.
And over. The brothers.
DDT.
Wow.
Action and dirty.
That's dirty right now.
Standing shooting star.
The running shooting star actually, brother. Cover. Oy, Daddy Ass saved the title.
Right now, Top Flight and Action and Journey are working more seamlessly than the Acclaim.
That's saying something. I'm just saying. But they are taking on Daddy Ass right now. And that's a
and he pushed all three of them to the side.
The veteran, by the way. Let's not forget multiple WWE Tag Team
Springboard. Oh!
Good night.
Handstand. Got caught. The one and only. One and only.
Good Lord. They kick to the midsection. There is now.
Tilt the wall. Slam.
Like nothing. And just like that, Daddy Ass has turned the tide of this match in less than 30 seconds.
And Darius is still in the ring.
Again, Darius is the lead man. They're going to go up. They match Caster there. Uh-oh.
Cesar B. Wait for it. I don't like this.
You were saying.
No, never mind.
Well, bells will be ringing. Bodies will not be scissoring.
Combination from
right there.
no combination.
It's a
fail.
Super kick. Daddy Ass taken to the outside. Lands on the apron, though.
Oh, what a
handstand kick. Poetry in motion by Darius and Dante.
They've been watching the Hard. I mean, what didn't they face the Hardys at one point?
Yes, they did. They're also
exactly
by them.
Tope Suicidas in stereo.
Let's not forget, Top Flight is the team that beat the Young Bucks in the early beginnings of AEW.
Rainbow 450 from Andretti.
No!
Keep going, Andretti. You got, size it up. Andretti got Max has to side running shooting star, but nobody in the pool.
That's how he beat Chris Jericho.
One, two, tights. Max catch with the tights. Master had the tights. Max had the tights.
Hey, out of every vision, you do what you have to do to win, even during the holiday season. Woo! Max Caster with a desperate hold to maintain the gold. As the Acclaim are still our AEW Trios champions. Heck of a battle, though, by Action Andretti and Top Flight.
Thank you, Kevin. I seen it, but like you alluded to, Aubrey didn't see it, but I seen it.
You do what you have to do to win outside the referee's vision. It was a smart move by Max Caster. He went to well 20 times the shooting star press, and it bit him in the ass. Not pun intended.
I was about to say figuratively, but you know.
Well,
good trios match it was, and I didn't know Max was going to pull that out of his bag once again. But
hey, no kidding.
What's
this?
Yeah, that's Hook.
Huh. What's he up to?
Oh, we talking about.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're talking about Wheeler here.
Uh-oh.
World's in.
Hook has spoken.
We're about that. Something's about to be spoken into our meat division.
Well, from the east side to the west side, to your point, here comes the machine, Brian Cage.
Who, may I add, he's still 1/3 of the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions with the Gates of Agony, who I still say to this day, who better?
I'm about to say, who better in your Ring of Honor World Six-Man division than the Mogul Embassy at this point? They have been unstoppable since reclaiming the gold.
Oh, Brian went back to the short tights. It's been a while.
For non-copyright, damn it, non-copyright.
Okay, Stan. I see where you're going with.
Hey,
But who am I?
Speed music. For he is limitless.
Hey, you was talking about Santa hats earlier.
Keep Lee, the gift that keeps on giving. Quite literally. They just took a while to unwrap him and finally demonstrate him and his limitlessness here on Collision.
And we're about to have a feud where, well, interesting timing in the words of Swerve.
Well, again, he said a battle with him is imminent, and I am running out of time and patience. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland are on a collision course. It's just a matter of where and when.
But first, before he gets to Swerve, he's got to deal with one of Swerve's henchmen. In this case, a machine henchman.
Of course, these two know strangers to each other. You look at the backlog of these two men before AEW.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be good. And once again, this match is brought to you by Meat.
Meat.
Get the ribs, get the pork, get the bacon, get the ham, get the sausage. Get the deer if you want. If you're out hunting.
Right.
All right. This is gonna be good. Two giant heavyweights that move like cruiserweights. This is the AEW meat division. I need more of this in my life. Stiff continental top, and I mean that quite literally here. Again, so far the show has been pretty well paced. We're 2 matches in. This is our 3rd match in. We're still in the 1st hour, and we still have our women's tag match and 2 more matches in the Blue League Continental Classic.
It's a headlock here from Brian.
That's a mean meat right there. That's mean meat we're looking at there.
Did he lift him up? Not quite.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen these two in the ring together.
Yep.
One-on-one action. I showed up on there. Keep leading to the rope.
Beach.
Yes. Let me hear the chants.
Oh no!
Oh Lord! Oh no! Oh, the straight.
Back to his feet. Elbow. Nope.
Just need the clothesline.
Before it again. Ever Colorado's from the machine. Who better?
To your point, I don't know. Ask Andy Nemedy. Maybe he knows. He still doesn't know the answer about dynamites and collisions every week. And of course, we don't know the answer. We don't know the answer as far as Sky Blue. She's fully gone to the dark side, or her heart's turned to black as she taps her to their heart tonight.
We're going to hear from America's Father of the Year. Wait, Keith, he's going to do it better.
Stop that.
No.
All right. Once he has for another.
I can pretty much say round 1 of the meaty division is a tie with the Tierras. Tie.
Yeah, what judge do you get for that division?
I don't know. Get back to me on that after the match is over.
Mark Henry.
That's just one.
Yeah, that's a Texas boy. I'm sure Mark Henry knows a thing or two about Texas barbecue.
Sure.
We saw Mark Henry come into play as an enforcer during Ring of Honor Final Battle. Oh, man, graced him. Literally graced him with that spinning back heel kick.
Springboard tornado DDT.
Took Keith Lee up and over, off his feet. Meat. As we continue this meaty classic of wrestling quality, picture-in-picture.
No picture-in-picture, straight commercial.
Botch, Tony Khan, botch.
Hey, he's got to make he's got to make that money. He got to make that income.
You know, I do wonder how much of that money is either lost or gained with these full-on commercial breaks, despite the fact I hate TV advertising, you know? At the end of the day, clairvoyance, business is still business. TV is ruled not by the bookers, but by advertisers. That goes for any TV show, including wrestling.
Yep.
Anyway. Well, again, it's been a well-paced show, and to your point, we saw at Ring of Honor Final Battle, Keith Lee was able to overcome his Pretty Boy Killer partner in a battle that was prior to him, of course, against Shane Taylor, who, of course, Shane Taylor still represents honor in his own way, still proving why he's one of the meanest and the baddest in the entire Ring of Honor roster. And speaking of Ring of Honor, as we saw last night, we have a new title, the Ring of Honor World Television Women's Championship. And with the depth of the Ring of Honor Women's Division, which, let's be honest here, it actually might be deeper than what we see on AEW on a weekly basis. I think this title can really work to bring somebody up further.
Layla Frost, Layla Hirsch, Trish Adora, Taya Valkyrie, Kiera Hogan, Diamante, Mercedes Martinez, Billy Starks. The list just keep going. We could have this list going all night if we wanted to. Like, there's a whole list of that. Even the Renegade Twins. Just saying.
100%. And by the way, shout out to Impact Wrestler TNA Knockout Kylan King, who is the voted on by the fans, the one to watch out for in 2024. May a king be crowned. Keep killing it, Kylan King. 100%. Again, I cannot wait for the return of TNA. As I know we're talking about AEW, we're talking live reaction to AEW, but again, we are ACW for a reason. We were brought out of AEW, but we also are an international family brought together because of our love, passion, or let's just call it what it is, involvement in aspects of the business, whether as analysts, backstage correspondents, social media enthusiasts, or even people that have literally been in combat. We all love this business. We all love all things wrestling. So whether it is WWE, NXT, I still consider them two separate things. With NXT is developmental, but I digress. The better it used to be. TNA, Impact, whatever you want to call it, Ring of Honor, AEW, New Japan, Stardom, Pro Wrestling, you know it, MLW, Ring of Honor, the list goes on and on. Deadlock Pro, House of Glory, I'm just saying, Wrestling Revolver, PWG, as you alluded to. We literally have looked at some aspect or literally could take away something from all things wrestling and what we look at on a weekly basis, AEW or not.
Right, because there's always that's why I'm glad that we have alternatives in professional wrestling, to keep us occupied. I mean, we just don't have to rely on one show. There's multiple wrestling for us to watch out there in the wrestling landscape.
And also that means that there's multiple opportunities where anyone could go to make a name for themselves in the wrestling landscape. And I am very curious to see what's ahead for one. Let's do most stuff. Deonna Purrazzo. But we'll talk more about that next week on AEW Impromptu. As we are back here, Brian Cage, Keith Lee, squaring off the meat division. Up full of
elbow.
That was a meaty left hook.
Oh, he gave Nana.
Don't say anything, King. I saw it. Don't say anything.
No, that's why I didn't go. That's why I didn't continue with. But he gave Nana, in the business.
Well, I mean, someone has to, right?
Hey! He swept that heat today.
Hey! Let's just be honest here, all right? At the end of the day, Prince Nana's still royalty. Keith Lee is the common man, all right? Common man stands up to those men.
But it's Brian Cage's gonna lift up this common man called Keith Lee. Nope, not quite.
No way.
German! Well, overhead German that was.
I thought he was just gonna literally just hold him for the throw. Keith Lee, hook at the far leg. 2 count only. And the 2s come out.
They're in red, white, and green.
I love the red, white, and green shoes for the holiday season. Just a season for counting. Or wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Or wearing a pink Santa hat like Keith Lee.
Yeah, that's a little bit unorthodox.
Spirit bomb?
Nope. Land of your energy. Not quite yet.
Drop toe hold.
What's the area code for San Antonio?
Get back to me on that because I don't know.
Well, the call was completed. Again, who better keep Brian Cage with a Tiger Fink kick, rocking Keith Lee to the other side of the ring.
But Brian's going to say, I'm going up.
So it's the night before Christmas Eve, and what you see is Brian Cage taking on Keith Lee. This is the meat division. Uh-oh, no way.
He's going for the apron superplex. He is looking for the apron superplex.
No way.
Headbutt to the chest.
That Pez dispenser of a headbutt rocketed underneath the jaw of Brian Cage.
But as Keith Lee going up, he's looking at the top turnbuckle.
Steve, come on, man.
He's going up to the top. No, he's going up to the top.
Look, reindeer can fly. I don't think Keith Lee should.
Gum and Gary from the machine.
I'm just saying, okay?
I'm just alluding to. Oh, God. Super Hurricanrana, Super Tiana's in the way.
This might register on the Richter scale. How often does Texas get earthquakes?
Not that often, but Superplex might do it. Collision. Really? It's figuratively.
Oh, man. That was a freaking earth-shattering impact. Mike Posey bounced off that one, and Brian Cage finally falls over the cover at 2 count.
Not enough.
That was good. Look at this. Watch the way the ring bounces. Gosh!
Mike Posey literally jumped out of his shoes.
That's 500 plus pounds of two big meaty men colliding down to the canvas.
We're looking for a discus. Oh, spinning somba. Up.
Combination
Kick.
there.
Combination.
That's a big old kick to the jaw.
Oh!
Oh, my Lord. Uh-oh.
F10.
Might be going for a round.
F5.
God.
1, 2.
No. Nope. The face plant did not work. And to your point, that was not the full revolution of the F10 of what.
But press not. I got a cinder block.
Wait. This is not no disqualification. This is a normal match. You can't
It is.
That.
But this is a flash. This is a callback of what happened with Keith Lee in a cinder block. The last time Keith Lee had a cinder block in the place.
Oh boy.
And press. Oh God.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because swear's not on the screen. Oof, that elbow strike. Headbutt to the heart.
Grizzly Magnum.
Rocks the machine to the ropes.
Uh-oh. Big bang theory. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Let's see again for Keith Lee. Good grief. That was a reminder to Keith Lee. They tried to get in Keith Lee's head, and instead it cost them. Don't bring up the past, for Keith Lee is limitless. Uh-oh.
Almost exactly a year ago, someone took me out for almost 2 months.
Oh, we know who.
And I've been trying to send a message to him.
Uh-oh.
So I guess that Dynamite, I'll come make my message clear.
No. What?
I've got a house to tear down, and I'm going to do it brick by brick.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Keith Lee is looking to literally take down the Mogul embassy and literally leave Swerve's house in catastrophe. Wednesday night is New Year's Smash. Oh, God.
I don't care if the chat kills me for this. We are now in the timeless collision with our AEW Women's World Champion and the Glamour and the Butler. Say what you got to say, Miss Storm. Yes, the Glamour, Miss Storm. Mr. Glamour. Yeah, there you actually make it. But thought. Never mind.
Yay.
Right, Miranda, isn't she? Oh, you have to click at the camera. You gotta understand, Mariah. Real. Shoot!
Wow!
You've got to be quicker than that. Yeah, Mariah and Renee, you got to tell her. Especially you, Mariah.
Oh, good Lord Almighty. And scene. Tony
And
Storm.
And now we hear from our America's Father of the Year. He is back after defending the TNT Championship in Canada against his ex-best friend Adam Copeland. He is now here. Great clap, standing ovation for America's Father of the Year. Standing ovation.
Do you ever hear yourself and wonder how delusional you are versus Christian Cage? I'm not sure if you're more out of your mind or he is.
No, I'm with Nigel on this one. Give your standing ovation to the patriarch that is Christian Cage.
Oh, I'll get him something all right. It won't be standing, but it will be straight up, and it's on my hand. I can give you a guess what it is. Christian Cage still our TNT champion, though, to your point, after overcoming Adam Copeland in Montreal with the help of all people, a furious mother after seeing their son concertoed in Chicago. And Adam Copeland responded, not with grief towards that woman, but with another challenge, as he wants to take the only thing that matters anything to Christian Cage, and that is that title. He only sees gold, not a former bro. And he wants to see it at World's End in no disqualification. But will Christian Cage give him that answer?
San Antonio. Tell him.
God,
Tell him, Dad. Tell him, Dad.
This arrogant prick.
Tell him, Father.
Ugh. Ugh. I still have mixed feelings about that.
Well, all jokes aside, I don't know how I feel about that still.
What?
And, huh? Miss Wayne, you here?
What?
Miss Wayne is here.
You have got to be freaking kidding me. Nick Wayne's mother?
Yep.
Wait, hold on here. This is the same woman that Nick Wayne turned his back on. This is the same woman that gave birth to that child. This is the same woman that's been under these disparaging remarks by someone that's been passed up pretty much verbally as a pervert when it comes to what she does with her social media. And now this man is welcoming this same woman into the ring. What the hell's happening here?
Yep. We're about to find out, ain't we?
For the love of God, do not stay alongside this man.
Too late. You see it right now. Look, take a look.
Oh, Lord.
The mic is yours.
Oh, gosh. She's going to speak?
She's going to speak.
Someone cut her mic off before she talks. Go backstage. Cut the commercial.
Yes.
We boo you.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you're one mother that I don't need in my life. Just like I don't need Christian Cage as my father.
No, how dare you?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, why?
Why did you do it? Okay. Oh my God.
Golly. Look at
Try to enjoy my butt. He did the right thing.
He deserved it.
He did the right thing.
You realize
why did you?
Your head smashed in. What?
You protected
Montreal.
No, you wasn't. Yeah, we gonna boo him all we want. Freedom of speech.
This mother is worse than the Grinch. I said what I said.
She's worse than Karen Jarrett.
I don't know if I go that far.
For me, I can't. I'm not sure about you.
Here's what I know. Nick Wayne just committed one bad deed in her life. Karen Jarrett's a Karen. Oh, God. I'm just over this. This is the most corrupted fan I've ever seen. Die. This is more ugly than those two people standing in ugly Christmas sweaters. Okay. I'm just waiting for a Glamazon to rise and literally put this woman out to pasture.
Me too. I agree with Shivani. This is getting out of control.
This is getting out of hand. Here we go. Christian Cage. He's going to freaking spit fire on the mic right for the holiday season. Oh, jeez.
Oh!
Fuck no. Ugh. Oh, good grief. Oh, jeez. Oh, brother, this guy. Debatable. Well, it looks like we have a no disqualification match set up for World's End as the Patriarch with his newly found matriarch. The family completed. It will still be, though, Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. No DQ for the TNT Championship. Somebody has to end this horror story. God.
I hope Grit and Grind comes back to end this Patriarch. We're going to one champion to another.
Oh, yeah, as we talk about absolute trash, let's go to absolute gold with Ricka Starks and Big Bill and the AEW Tag Team Championship with no challengers now.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I understand saying a promo, but you don't bring another man's health into humor.
No, you don't do that. Wow. Oh, Jericho's not forfeiting.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
The demo god has spoken. Well, Christian. Uh-oh. Well, members of the House of Black rise and welcome in violence this holiday season. And that could only mean one thing. You best get hard. Because it's time for Brody King versus Daniel Garcia.
With the chance of Daniel Garcia playing spoiler. But in this case, he's going to have to do more than wooing. He's going to have to give it his all against Brody King.
But again, Brody King, he's been a sleeper pick of dominance in this block that got derailed by Andrade El Idolo. And really, he has not been the same way since.
No, he has not.
You got to consider Brody King right now. He's on life support like Jay White was. Brody King only needs to win this, but Andrade has to lose. As we go back to dash up for Daniel Garcia.
San Antonio! Is it time to bring the fist up? There it is. Yeah. Oh, you only did it once. Oh, dang, yep. He's all serious. Yep, he's all business.
Let's be honest here, man. Daniel Garcia is out here to prove a point. He has hung with some of the best, but at the end of the day, he's not Tomohiro Ishii. You only get one first impression, and he might literally end this thing with 0 points.
As he holding on to his neck, you can tell his neck is still hurting.
And we got Daddy Magic once again on commentary, and we'll see tonight what Daniel Garcia we get. Will it be the professional wrestler or the sports entertainer? These two know strangers to each other if you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. At one point, they tell alongside each other.
That's one way to put it.
Well, statement already made as he delivered the first shot, and he's paying for it. Referee Brandon Martinez, by the way, for this contest.
That's his last name, as Brody King.
That is a
cannonball.
Golly.
Snap the neck back. Cover.
That might be enough here already. Lights out.
No.
On the rope. Again, what does it do to a man when you've given it your all and you get nothing for it? I mean, respect only goes so far. Results matter at the end of the day. And Daniel Garcia might literally end this thing with 0 points.
But at least, but here's a comparison I'm going to put here. Daniel Garcia has hung with the best and has shown whether that has been a losing effort. He's shown that he can hang in a Continental Classic. On the other hand, in the Gold League, Jay Lethal has not done that. And it took till Briscoe on Wednesday to bring that franchise out of him. But at least Daniel Garcia has hung in the Continental Classic in a losing effort. Because Daniel Garcia has one thing that Jay Lethal hasn't done up until Wednesday, and that was showing heart.
Oh, boy. Well, again, heart only takes you so far as long as it beats. But Brody King might be looking to stop that heart.
Literally. But guillotine!
Across the top row can literally do a lot of damage. 5 cents. Also, we know Brody King has that damage right arm.
As you were saying.
Oh, God. And
yeah, that was slugs.
On the apron. Why does that woman look like she's part of time this tournament?
That's just the same way he got Darby. That's the same way he got Darby on Royal Rampage.
Yep, that is nothing but a noose choke.
And there he goes.
Well, thankfully, it's not the Royal Rampage. Otherwise, he would be already out. It's Daniel Garcia unable to get any points here in the Continental Classic. We'll find out the Mr. Clyde pitcher. Can he get back into this? Brody King look for the count out. All right, so first off, commercial break. Well, let's just talk about this here. This guy is beyond conceited, okay? I'm just saying for the freaking record. Now, besides that, you think about, Kratos and his Freya. You think about, those that find a unity. Now you have this false patriarch, this false freaking father figure, this no good degenerate, literally corrupting a woman for his own pleasure and gain.
Yeah, that's where I take it, at crossing the line. Really.
Good God almighty. I guess the one thing I can say about Nick Wayne's mom, she doesn't have a shrill voice like Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
And again, though, this family, born out of nothing but sheer jealousy, envy, anger, and hate.
but that hate that we'll meet, I hope, next Saturday meets grit and grind if we see a certain Glamazon show up in Long Island.
Well, one thing's for sure, Adam Coleman cannot take on this family alone in this feud, or he is not going to get far.
Oh!
Irish whip again in the barricade, still coming out, and Dorado Eagle, Eddie Kingston. Remember, Brody King not only needs to win this, he needs Eddie Kingston to win his match, or Brody King is eliminated. If Daniel Garcia beats Brody King, he's automatically eliminated. And as we saw earlier, Bryan Danielson advanced with that win /draw against Kyle Castagnoli, now leading the block with 10.
Via a draw. Yep, and there's Matt Menard. I'm pretty sure it's not wise, Matt, to get in front of Brody's face like that.
Well, again, I mean, if you fought more with your brains than your actual brawn, I think it probably would be a whole different result. As Brody King breaks the count, Brody King, of course, one member of the House of Black, as we've seen lately. Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews have been targeting FTR where it hurts the most, and that is literally Dax Harwood's family, saying they have no body. All we're doing is bringing truths, and our truths are brought through violence. It is our way, the House of Black's way. Speaking of the House of Black, we still have Julia Hart in tag team match alongside Sky Blue, though it might be Sky Black for all we know at this point. Taking on the returning La Mera Thunder rolls onto the ring, and as we learn officially, the next challenger to the TBS Championship, Abaddon.
Yep, we found that out earlier in the night. That match was made official for World's End.
And of course, as we also know for World's End, we will have a timeless title defense, as timeless Tony Storm will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Rico, but might be looking to make one last measure or example ahead of next week's Saturday.
And we're back.
Mariah May, congrats again, your American wrestler's license. Can't wait to see you debut. Former Stardust Tag Team Champion. Brody King right now trying to follow in. Daniel Garcia fighting back for everything he's worth. And also, Daniel Garcia, let's not forget, during one of those backstage interviews, he said this is his contract year is up.
Yep, it is.
Oof.
Senton!
Oh, God, just crushed the man. Here's a cover. Hook up both legs and a 2 count.
2 count. Yeah, Daniel Garcia has mentioned that. Even before that, he's mentioned that this is his contract year, and he's wrestling like he's fighting for his contract. And he's basically, this Continental Classic is showing that.
If nothing else, Daniel Garcia truly is all heart. Daniel Garcia, one of the longest running stories of character development and wrestling evolution. Oh my God, that chop just took him down off his legs to the mat. Again, don't sleep on Garcia. People might be underestimating Garcia, but you can't measure heart, to your point.
No, Garcia's got that resiliency and that heart. Yep, as you can tell right now, he's about to rise up. Yep, he is.
But he's about to fight, or is he about to woo? And again, what is more important at this point of the match, though? Again, finding spirit, test of will. Daniel Garcia,
Brody evil smiling.
Down. Brody King wants this. Brody King welcomes this. Brody King demands this. He says, "Be hard." Can Daniel Garcia be hard enough?
He took that chop like a champ. Daniel Garcia took that chop like it was nothing.
Turn his back to the Brody King. I'm not sure how wise this is. Brody King,
not wise at all.
Brody King.
Uh-oh. Arms behind the back.
Touch your might. Another knife-edge chop. Pushing Brody King back, but Brody King affirming his vertical base. Daniel Garcia holding everything he can. Oh, God, and rocks the
rebound.
Oh, just throws himself in there. Rocks the big man.
Again.
Right now, fighting with everything that is left within him. Fighting for all he's worth.
Come on, Daniel.
Oof.
These forearms will make his match. Oh, wait. Backdrop driver? No.
No way. Not with that damaged neck.
Oh, you alluded to that neck. Yep, it got him stumbled out.
You see,
wait. Oh, he's down again. That neck.
Immediately grabbing the neck. To my point, the damage has been done this entire tournament. And Daniel Garcia is frustrated. You can see that.
Yes, he is.
And
it's showing.
Like that.
That death cast, but he's wooing. I'm not sure how wise that is.
If he's going out the way he came in.
Oh, got
Oh
him!
my God!
Cover!
It's enough here.
No!
Oh my God! But getting him up though has to be a turn.
Wearing down on his neck, and it's also wearing down his neck. He's holding it. Fireman's carry possession.
Defy driver.
I don't like this. Let it go. One, two. No, not quite. Not quite just yet at the count of two.
He's not dead yet. He still has breath within those lungs. Brody King.
Oh, Tay's Inferno. That does it. No! Oh my God.
What? He kicked out of the Gonzo Bomb?
He kicked out of the Gonzo Bomb, Noah.
No one's done that this entire thing.
And Daniel Garcia is the first one. What did I just say about Hart? Daniel Garcia is showing us that in this match.
Yeah, but at this point, was that the last gasp? Daniel Garcia might as well be called dead.
Oh, yeah, that is 200 plus pounds of dead weight.
Again, at this point, Brody King's just one pinfall
It is slapping him, just toying him.
Himself alive in this Continental Classic.
Wait!
Jackknife! The phone number 2!
He got him! He got him! He got him! Daniel got him!
Daniel Garcia did it! Holy hell! Daniel Garcia wins tonight in San Antonio! Garcia gets his first and only 3 points, and in doing so, has eliminated Brody King from the Continental Classic. Unbelievable! It's down to Andrade Eagle and Eddie Kingston. 1 spot remaining. The winner advances.
Wow! Though Noah.
No.
When he did that, you know what that done, right? Yeah.
That just infuriated the House of Black. Oh, come on. This is unnecessary. It was a hell of a fight.
Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, do something. Never mind.
God, it's a knee by Buddy Matthews. That wasn't wise.
Oh, snapped the arm. He snapped the wrist. Snapped the wrist of Daniel Garcia.
He tried to break the fingers or wrist? I couldn't tell.
I think I saw wrist. But, wait a minute. Here comes FTR. As JR once says, business is about to pick up.
Well, we all know how many enemies the House of Black's made. They tend to make enemies out of these two. After what we saw Buddy Matthews did last week for that picture of Dax Howard's family, his wife, and his daughter.
And as Dax said, Dax wants a mic. Dax wants the mic.
Oh, boy.
As Malachi said, time's ticking. That's fair.
Whoa. Yep. Challenge.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I like that.
Yeah, but again, will be made official. A whole different type of bash might be on the horizon as you see Daddy Magic and Derek Garcia standing in the ring alongside FTR. Derek Garcia shaking the hands of Dax. But coming up next, women's tag team action here on Collision Holiday Bash. Well, first off, what an incredible show of fortitude and endurance by Derek Garcia. Not only getting his only and first win in the Continental Classic, played spoiler and eliminated Brody King in the process. Brody King's out.
Brody King's mathematically, well, actually, in this case, done. Now it's one spot left.
And 2 men will define it. And 2 men that have already faced the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. One of them has already beaten him during this Blue League action. The other one failed to do so during Blue League. Either way, Andrade Idolo or Eddie Kingston is only 20 minutes away from a rematch with the American Dragon Bryan Danielson and cementing their spot in the finals of the Continental Classic.
Yep.
The stakes could not be higher. Do or die for La Sombra and the Mad King. One falls tonight.
Andrade will move on to Orlando to face Bryan, and Eddie Kingston loses his titles, or will Eddie Kingston still keep those titles for another week and face the American Dragon in the semifinals in Orlando?
And again, as we talked about next week, literally it defines at World's End the first ever Continental Classic champion. The winner of the Gold League takes on the winner of the Blue League. At this point, you have Swerve, Jon Moxley, Jay White taking on either Andrade, Eddie Kingston, or the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, in freaking World's End.
My goodness.
This tournament, man, I tell you what, this tournament is just ballistic. Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson could happen again. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland could happen officially this time with no asterisks or strings attached to it. Only the better man will truly win. You have Switchblade Jay White, who might renew hostility with the man that drove him out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. And then you have the first time ever encounters that could be ahead. Jon Moxley has never collided with Andrade El Idolo. Andrade has collided with Switchblade Jay White on Collision. Jay White got the better of him. Andrade and Swerve, they have never faced each other one-on-one in the ring. These are all the potential matches waiting to happen. And it all comes down to who advances in the Blue League tonight and wins the semifinals next week. This is crazy.
Very crazy to say the least. I'm going to say it again. This is why I love the C2.
Whew. Again, an AEW tradition that just started. And speed of AEW traditions, again, King, as you and I alluded to, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about WYW and so much more. But let's go ahead and get back down to the ring as we got Sky Blue! And her new fiend, by the way, fittingly named Choke. As we learn now, Sky Blue, hello.
Oh, my.
With a darker demeanor and apparently a dragon sleeper added to her arsenal, decided to work with Julia Hart last week. But again, are they allies or is it a further business? And speaking of which, as the lights go out once again, members of the House of Black, rise for your TBS champion. The Crown Empress coming out of the shadows and into the lights in the dark of night, Julia Hart. It's a very unlikely alliance we're seeing here after Julia Hart's gift was rejected by Sky Blue. Yet it was Sky Blue and Julia Hart working together against Chris Statlander to ensure that Chris was not still where it was at on Saturday nights with the TBS strap. And of course, next week, Saturday night, it will be Julia Hart versus Abaddon for the TBS Championship. A first time ever one-on-one encounter.
I like that sign. Julia and Sky. Oh, my. You got that right.
That's put it mildly. Although I feel like that sign's in the wrong context.
Oh, my God. They got their own entrance, too. You might say that this might be permanent.
Well, you cannot kill what won't die. The living dead survives.
God! Oh, dang! Oh, she got! Oh, God!
It's the season, King. Merry Christmas.
That ain't Merry Christmas. That's Merry Horrormas.
If you ask Crumpus, it probably is.
She's back. Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. After 500.
Oh, look at this!
She's running in style. Orale.
Orale, viva la Rasta!
Thunder Rosa is back in action.
500 days since this woman has been on our television screens, and here she is back on Collision in front of her hometown in San Antonio, Texas.
And let's not forget, the last time she was in action involved in her hometown, she won the AEW Women's World Championship against
St. Patrick's Day Smash
inside a steel cage.
at St. Patrick's Day Slam.
Oh boy. We thought that her career was over with a back injury that we thought ended her. I was there live when that announcement was made that she had to relinquish the title when I was at AEW in Cleveland, Ohio. Bell rings were underway.
I remember that announcement.
That was shocking beyond belief.
Oh, hello, Sky Blue. Anyways,
is it Sky Blue or Sky Black at this point?
I don't know. Oh, mind game. We continue with the mind game, and I got distracted.
Well, again, this is how it all started, right? Julia Hart literally instigated Abaddon. She picked her out as her next victim, as her next challenger.
Tag to the champ. Snapmare.
Julia Hart, of course, literally the youngest champion in AEW history.
Head pounds.
Dribbling her, again, we're in the home of the Spurs.
She was dribbling like Victor Wembanyama or Tim Duncan. Which one? Pick your point.
That aggressive, ruthless nature and that newfound dark demeanor inside the House of Black's crowned empress. And, of course, that crown will be defended now at World's End against Abaddon. You talk about Julia Hart able to feed off pain. How much pain can Abaddon feed off, or is she willing to feed off here? And we're going to get that tonight.
Yes, we are, but right. Oh, boy.
And it is official. The no DQ match, TNT Championship, Christian Cage, Adam Copeland. That's power slam there, and the ground and pound now by Abaddon.
As we got the AEW World Champion, MJF defended the AEW World Championship, the Triple B taking on Samoa Joe. But before that, Wednesday, MJF has to defend those Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles against the Devil's Hitchman along with Samoa Joe.
Oh, my gosh, that knee to the side of the freaking head. What a run-in. And again, speaking of women's action, we will have a timeless defense as Tony Storm will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Riho as Abaddon reaches out for the tag. Oh, and Sky Blue runs in, preventing the tag.
Sky Blue playing defense. And that got, there we go. That's a duo. That's a teamwork.
This isn't blue versus red. This is blue and red tonight. In the darkest freaking shade.
Or in this case, with the gear, black and red.
Oh. First time we've seen Julia Hart and Sky Blue since both of them had Morphosis tagged together. Very effective so far.
Look at them working cohesively. Look at them.
Oh, man. Again, this unholy unity. Maybe for the long haul. We'll see how much more its effect plays out. In Wrestling Quiet picture-in-picture. Again, the subtle just...
did you see the subtle stance and the way how they're working cohesively?
Yes, and apparently great minds or twisted minds think alike, as both were basically on the same wavelength there. It's almost like a non-verbal communication you get from tag teams that tag along for years. This is the first time we're seeing it, and so far it's perfectly in effect.
Right, like
scary,
it's...
to say the least.
I was just about to say, it's scary in sync. It is so scary.
Yeah, I think this part she's just a one-time guest. Again, that remains to be seen.
Right, like
now putting the boots too, and of course the main event still to come tonight: Andrade Alígaro versus Eddie Kingston.
Yep, Andrade with both the stakes are at risk here. I mean, Andrade or Eddie can move on to the semis to face the American Dragon, who is waiting for next week.
Oh my God, what a cutter! Pinnacle moment here in this women's tag match. Still hate they do that Wrestling Quiet picture-in-picture. The man Thunder Rosa, who has not been in action for 5+ days.
But watch out for Sky Blue. Watch out for Sky Blue. There it is.
Can't say in the defense.
Sky Blue she's been playing a lot of defense tonight.
And again, you wonder, is Sky Blue doing this on behalf of Julia Hart or on behalf of herself? Does she feel like that she is being forgotten? Does she feel like she's being underestimated, disregarded? Again, she was the one that ate the fall at freaking Wrestle Dream that allowed Julia Hart to become champion. Let's not forget that Julia Hart pinned Sky Blue. I would not think Sky Blue would forgive that.
Oh! Right now, Noah, as we're seeing here, bruv, this might be it's looking like it's permanent with the way how they're teaming up and cohesively.
Yeah, hell of an effective duo so far here. And you see Julia Hart right now trapping Abaddon. I've never seen Abaddon in a position like this before. Look at the way he has her. This side headlock over the leg. Look at the
and we're going full commercial.
Pushing up at the back of the head and neck as we go to full commercial. Again, fuck you, television. So, yeah, going back to, again, just the subtleness of their entrance. It started off with Sky Blue's theme, then Julia Hart, but then you see the two together, and that's sort of unholy, like, shot there. This does seem like something that maybe, again, Julia Hart's influence. Maybe she rejected the gift, but maybe she accepts her partnership.
That's one way of looking at it. I mean, you reject the gift and you just accept partnership. Huh? I mean, from the way how they looked at each, from the way how Sky Blue and Julia looked at each other on the rope, it was like, could this be permanent? And like Sky Blue officially a member of the House of Black and like the House of Sisters?
House of Sisters. I don't know if you call a House of Sisters with two houses, just two members, just saying. We're back here in AEW Collision. I'm all freaking flustered here. Thunder Rosa yet still getting the range. Julia Hart still in control of Abaddon. As Abaddon takes a bite out of Julia Hart, feeding off her flesh.
Question mark kick.
Like fruitcake.
Tag from Sky Blue.
Sky Blue. Again, at this point, is it Sky Black? Because again, to your point, no blue there. Just a dark black.
Roll through the stereo. Oh, double flatliner.
Almost a double DDT of sorts there. As Abaddon turns her head towards her corner.
Can she finally make the tag to Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa literally within an arm's reach as Sky Blue and Julia Hart try to get each other up.
Got it.
Attack to the mirror.
She's back.
Let's see how effective she is. Takes down Julia Hart again. Sky Blue is the legal participant on the other side. Let's keep that in mind, King. Again, the point right now, the TBS champion is not the legal competitor here.
Oh, she's not, but there's a jumping clothesline.
Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb to find one of the best matches in AEW women's wrestling history.
Target locked. Jumping clothesline.
Takes her down again. Combination. Cabron. With the double knees instead of the kick.
Combination.
Thunder Rosa literally turned this match complete 180. The chanting Thunder Rosa's name on a proud king.
Flying drop kick.
With the drop kick. Took her down that time. Rocking.
Sizing her up.
Uh-oh.
Northern Lights.
Northern Lights suplex. Bridge cover 2. Julia Hart.
Julia breaks it up. Oh man. Give me this one. Give me this one-on-one. Give me this one-on-one in the future.
Up and over since the outside of the ring.
But here comes Julia Hart's challenger. Down she goes in Sky Blue with the kick.
Kick. Big thrust kick. Now we're back to Sky Blue and Thunder Rosa, two legal participants. Thunder Rosa out of the corner. Sky Blue falls in the clubbing shot. Uh-oh, got her hook.
Package super kick. Yep.
Cheeky Nando's. Sky Blue, man, I tell you what, Sky Blue has definitely found a newfound aggressive attitude. It's paying.
Power. No.
Nope. Thunder Rosa able to escape.
Super kick.
Super kick, though, takes Thunder Rosa down.
Sky Blue going for the cover.
Face.
And she's looking towards Julia. And with Julia Hart directing traffic.
Julia Hart right now going up to the top rope. Might be looking for that moonsault. Abaddon nowhere to be found.
No, wait, as you were saying.
Uh-oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, hung up the tree of woe. Abaddon right now. Lauren Sky Blue catches him with a forearm. And Rosa takes the forearm now to Sky Blue. Hanging upside down. Meanwhile, Sky Blue and Hart meet improperly in the corner.
Kick to the midsection.
Uh-oh. I think you know what's coming next, bro. Call it.
Fire! Thunder! Come on!
And Abaddon shoots out to the corner, too.
Got her!
The win to return. Welcome back, Thunder Rosa. And a statement made to the next challenger for the TBS title.
She's back. Julia, if you beat Abaddon, you might want to hold that TBS championship very heavily. Because that's another contender waiting in the wings for you.
But again,
Thunder Rosa.
does the house always win? It will be Julia Hart versus Abaddon. And after what we saw tonight, I would definitely consider Sky Blue to be somebody in Julia Hart's corner. Woof.
But up next, though,
oh boy,
the semifinals is at stake here for Andrade El Idolo and Eddie Kingston. Andrade, if he beats Eddie, he moves on. Eddie loses. Eddie beats Andrade. He moves on to fight Brian. Up next.
Do or die. One man advances, one man's dream dies. Well, first off, very game women's tag team action here. What I have to imagine might be two unique allies brought together under circumstance here, while two others were bound by dark circumstances, similar to maybe what happened with Masha Slavers and Killer Kelly without a dog collar in play. Looks like Sky Blue and Julia Hart, to your point, might very well be a long-term thing.
Which that's scary. That's scary for the rest of the AEW women's division.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, Julia Hart's got an ally.
Yeah.
Yeah, expect more of Julia Hart and Sky Blue in unison. Well, I must say that was a very game women's tag match, though.
Very solid.
So far, let's go ahead and look towards what we got next week in AEW. We, of course, know we have the Gold League semifinals. It will be Swerve Strickland, Switchblade Jay White, and Jon Moxley. We also know that apparently a statement will be made by Keith Lee towards Swerve. Whatever that means outside of Kano Classic, your guess is as good as mine. We'll also find out if two of the Devil's Goons are friggin' finally unmasked, and MJF. The question still remains, are you a hero? As MJF and Samoa Joe will defend the rear of our World Tag Team Championships this coming Wednesday on Dynamite New Year's Smash 2. And as we move forward with Rampage, I'm sure that will follow in Collision on the same night, which will be that Friday night if I had to guess, and not once canceled. We, of course, have World's End, and of course, we know we will crown the first ever AEW Continental Classic Champion, which in combination will be the first ever North American Triple Crown, and that will be at AEW World's End. We also have a timeless defense as Timeless Dory Stan will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Riho. We have a TNT Championship no disqualification match where the Patriarch, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Patriarchy in tow, his son and his matriarch are there as well as anything goes, as Christian Cage defends the title one more time against Adam Copeland. We also learned that freaking Hook has called out with a Yuta for an FTW rules match for the FTW Championship on his home turf. TBS Championship will be on the line as well as Julia Hart will defend the title against Abaddon. We will see if the house does always win, or does Julia Hart now have Sky Blue in her back pocket, and now will Abaddon fade to black and remain in the dark? And of course, this all culminates with the AEW World Championship on the line, as we will see if it truly is the inevitable of Samoa Joe becoming the new AEW World Champion against MJF. This and so much more still to come next week in the final week of the year for All Elite Wrestling. As we go back down the ringside to Dasha, and it is time, King, for our main event of AEW Collision Holiday Bash.
From one king to a mad king, here comes our dual champ, Eddie Kingston.
But will you be saying that after these 20 minutes? That's what's going to be defined tonight. Eddie Kingston, again, 6 points. And the current Ring of Honor World and Very Strong Openweight Champion. He literally has not lost a match since Bryan Danielson instigated him with that cardboard sign saying he is a bum. He hasn't lost since.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, boy. He didn't even look at the titles. He just went straight to the ring. He knows what's up tonight. He doesn't need to be reminded.
He knows what's at stake. Here comes a La Sombra.
Yeah. Let's also talk about this guy as well. He knows what's at stake, too. Andrade has never looked stronger, but for Andrade, it's do or die tonight as well, too. If he's going to win this, he can't be tranquilo. He has to be meaner than ever, especially with how fired up, how motivated Eddie Kingston is. For me, this match comes down to who wants it more. Who is motivated more? By money, by glory, by history. There only will be one first winner of the Continental Classic and one first North American Triple Crown in AEW. That's what's going to be defined at Saturday next week at World's End. But the question is, will one of these two define it?
That remains to be seen, but tonight we're going to find out who has the most motivation, the most fire, the most passion to move on to face one American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Will it be Andrade or will it be Eddie Kingston? Because like you said, remember, Andrade, if he wins, he goes on to face Bryan Danielson. If Eddie wins, then he gets to get his revenge back on Bryan. But also, he gets to keep those titles for another week.
Getting it is one thing. Attempting it is another. Let's be honest here, man. Nothing's guaranteed after this match except for another match with the American Dragon. You still can eat defeat. But you know Eddie Kingston wants that opportunity more than anything. Because Andrade has already beat Bryan Danielson. Bell rings were underway. This first time ever one-on-one encounter. The final match in the Blue League round-robin action. Andrade El Idolo and Eddie Kingston. Oh boy. The head out. Again, both men know what's up here tonight. At the end of the day, you've got to consider what's on the line.
Look at this face-off. Oh
boy. Ooh. Oh, wow.
For that back
elbow strike.
Eddie knew. Eddie scouted.
And we've seen how devastating that elbow strike's been as Bryan Danielson would have hit him right in that eye. He wasn't since.
Nope, not at all.
Oh boy. Kind of a tie-up.
Hurricane, no. Even Andrade scouted the Hurricane.
Okay, see right now, Andrade maybe like tranquilo. We talked about Eddie Kingston and his disciplinary art in Japanese pro wrestling as he follows and lives, eats, sleeps, and breathes the King's Road style.
Yes, he does.
Heavily favored, of course, by his hero Kawada and mostly personified in Pro Wrestling Noah. The side headlock right now by Andrade El Idolo. Eddie Kingston, though, able to fight back here. Again, the winner of this match faces the American Dragon Bryan Danielson next week, Wednesday, in the Blue League semifinals.
Arm wrench. We got a double arm wrench here. Oh, Andrade holding on here.
Oh, boy.
This is more of test of strength here.
Yeah, but who's getting the better of this exchange right now? You see Andrade right now fighting from underneath for the moment.
Chain wrestling. Exactly what this is, chain wrestling.
I mean, you know, Carl Gotch, Antonio Inoki.
Going to get a clean break? Oof. Nope.
Oof. Again, the time has to play a factor here, too. Imagine this goes to a time limit draw. Then you got to consider tiebreakers would come into play because nothing would literally be rendered.
Not at all, but up to the top. Andrade with the crossbody.
Look at the leg, too. No. Actually, I take that back. If it does go to a draw, Andrade still wins. Remember, Andrade has 9.
Yep.
Kingston has 6.
So Eddie will lose both of his titles.
Kingston has to win this match. A draw eliminates him, too. Andrade, all he has to do is outlast the clock or pin the Mad King. It's as simple as that.
You got that arm cinched in real good. Well, for the time being.
You think about the damage, though, done to Eddie Kingston's back and his arm, and he talked about throughout this entire tournament backstage interviews.
Step there,
though.
Double stomp.
Double stomp, follow through here. Of course, AEW will usher in the Revolution next year, March, and then we'll go once again all in Wembley Stadium next year, August. And yes, I'll be calling both those shows here at the Jeff Meacham Multiverse Media. So keep following my silly YouTube channel. Keep following the Jeff Meacham Network, Jeff Meacham, and the Renegade JJ Williams at Castlevania Studios for more information.
Jawbreaker.
Very methodical pace so far. It's like neither of these two are trying. Oh, God. And think about this. Eddie Kingston barely moved. Andrade ran full force into that clothesline.
Yes, he did. Oh, wrestling amateur takedown.
Finals and round robin action, and it continues wrestling quality. Picture in picture. Who's going to Wednesday? Oof. Again, as we talked about subtly earlier, we're talking about the disciplines of Eddie Keynes and the Keynes Road style, how he found his century in Corrigan Hall, winning the NW Strong Openweight Championship from Kenta at Independence Day on July 4th. And then, of course, overcoming Clara Castagnoli at freaking Operash Grand Slam earlier in the fall to finally claim the Ring of Honor World Championship. A shout out to its heroes, Xavier and Homicide. Ugh. I fish chops in the corner. And again, Eddie Keynes, he has defended those titles anywhere he could against anybody he wants. He's defended them against Toji Kojima. He defended them against Katsuyori Shibata. He's defended the Ring of Honor World Championship against the likes of Dalton Castle, just to name a few.
Which, I'm gonna take away from what you said about Shibata, which, by the way, folks, if y'all haven't heard, that Katsuyori Shibata is now officially all elite. And of course, Dalton Castle is broken.
Dalton Castle has been broken since day one. It's just a matter of how broken right now is Dalton Castle at this point, considering he failed to gain the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Of course, we have a new Ring of Honor World Television Champion in Kyle Fletcher. And the first women's Ring of Honor World Television Champion will be crowned at some point, I imagine, through some sort of tournament, yet to be officially disclosed to us yet. But there is a whole field right now that's putting the name out there to be a part of this thing.
Which we will find out in the coming weeks.
Again, speaking of the coming weeks, as I alluded to, you and I and the crew will be back to talk about what we approve of and what we look forward to. ATW Year's End, what we approve, what we want to talk about. As we're going to talk about all things wrestling and pure and predict not only World's End, but Wrestle Kingdom. But besides World's End, next week we also have Stardom, who also are defining new champions across the board. The Wonder Stardom Championship, Mariah will defend against Sarai. We also have a new World Stardom Champion to be crowned between Crazy Girl Suzuki, the winner of this year's 5-Star Grand Prix, against Maika, the winner of that vacated tournament. A rematch from that tournament's finals, to say the least. Not to mention, Aphrodite, Utami Hayashita, and Sayaka Matani will defend the tag team championships against Oedo Tai. And we also have Megan Bain taking on Julia for the WWE Strong Women's Championship. And then, of course, we head to World's End as we finish out the year. And we are back here once again. This is our finals of the Blue League round robin action for the Continental Classic. Eddie Kingston, Andrade El Idolo. Andrade is only a draw or a win away from meeting the American Dragon once again next week, Wednesday. Eddie Kingston has to beat Andrade El Idolo to meet Bryan Danielson once again, or he is eliminated and loses both his titles.
Right now, Eddie Kingston with the back elbow to Andrade.
Again, very physical. Looks like the match has picked up speed
here. Oh, drop to the that knee. Go right back to that knee. Right back to that knee.
Yep, exactly. Think about how heavy those knees are worked over, especially by Daniel Garcia. And we all know Andrade loves to employ the figure 4 into the figure 8 leg lock. A shout out to his fiance, of course, Charlotte Flair. Get well soon.
Yes.
And Kenny Omega, for that matter.
Speaking of leg, dragon screw.
Leg web, man. That move is the serpent.
And another.
Tatsumi Fujinami approves, the innovator, by the way, of the Dragon.
Wait, close like, no. Flying forearm.
Just throws his body into him.
And a kip up.
Eddie Kingston getting up right now, though.
Andrade, like, God, Andrade, dang.
We all know how much Andrade Idolo and Charlotte Flair are gym freaks. I'm just saying, bro.
Yep.
Andrade right now pushing Eddie Kingston in the corner, kick to the midsection there.
Yeah, oh, he goes, see. AZ looking for those running knees. AZ's looking for it.
He's creating distance, but is he taking it too much?
Got it.
Ah, got it. Fully connect.
Cover.
Look at the far leg. Does Andrade advance to Wednesday? No.
2 count. Not quite.
Woof. Very close there.
As you alluded to, Noah, this has been a very methodical pace for both men.
Again, I'm not sure how deep we're so far into this. We know we got at least 8 minutes. I don't know if he gave us another 5-minute overrun. But again,
I'm gonna say TK didn't say about that.
But again, one of these men has the American Dragon waiting for them next week, Wednesday, in the finals of the Blue League for this Continental Classic tournament. And happy holidays.
Is he looking for El Idolo? No, not quite.
Too soon for that, but he's looking for a whole different Spanish move.
Yeah, here we go. We know exactly what he's going.
And here comes the Three Amigos. A shout out to Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat in San
Viva
Antonio.
La Raza.
Not all of it. The float over hook and the far leg. Is there enough here? No.
Nope.
The twos are out. Oh, geez. Again, you figure about, though, how much energy Andrade exhausts in those suplexes, though. Pop the hips and swim over and send him for the ride.
He's feeling Latino heat still, but Andrade's thinking of something. Oh, he's going up to the top.
But we all know how deep Andrade Alígalo is willing to go sometimes in this tournament, especially now under the manager position of CJ Perry.
Which get well soon, TJ. Caught him with an enziguri in midair, but the knee, once again, playing a factor.
Again, that was the knee he kicked earlier, but also look at Andrade grasping that shoulder. Think about this. He came back from a shoulder injury.
Yep.
He had surgery.
Yes, he did.
Take a look.
Right there, the knee landed and was connected with the shoulder of Andrade.
Yeah, it's connected right there with the collarbone.
Oh,
Oh, God.
to match. Oh, woke him up.
Yep, Andrade again, brought by Eddie Kingston.
The machine gun chops.
Jason Satoshi Kojima or Kawada, whatever you want to say. Knife edge chops, well and away La Sombra. Andrade wants more, though. The Latino.
Ooh, that one knocked him down.
Took him off his feet for the time being.
Exploder.
Big exploder by the Mad King. And it
Cover.
Do it. Cover. Cover. Two. No. Whoa.
Yeah, as Kevin Kelly is about to allude to, Eddie Kingston wanted to defend put up both of those titles. But tonight he might lose both of them if Andrade beats him.
How about the definition of pride before the fall? Literally putting it all on yourself. Winner take all. And then Kingston might not even be involved in the final decision.
Yep.
You figure about how far Eddie Kingston worked for this. He literally could lose everything he worked for here in less than 10 minutes.
Snapmare to the outside.
Down to the floor. Andrade with the drop kick, though. Andrade now. Uh-oh.
Moonsault. Yep. Arm T-pose.
And he connected flush with it, Eddie Kingston on the outside. At this point, Andrade can take the count if he wants to, though.
No, but that's not what he wants. Andrade, this whole C2, Andrade has been made to it like a star, like we know he can be. But right now, Andrade back up to the top. T-pose once more. White double moonsault.
Follow-through moonsault. I believe I'm counter hooking the near leg. No.
It's been a long time since I've seen Andrade pull that move out of his bag.
2 9/10 off that incredible show of agility and awareness. Look at this. You don't get closer to that without the bell ringing.
Back at Grand Slam, Eddie Kingston won that Ring of Honor World Championship from Claudio at Grand Slam.
In the opening match in front of his family and friends. And now he might be able to go back to New York once again in front of his family and friends, potentially becoming the first ever AEW Continental Classic Triple Crown champion.
But Andrade stands in his way, and Andrade might. Yep, he's got the arm hooked.
Hammerlock, Ellie, no.
No. Ida, no. Wait, he still got a hook.
He still got a hook. Again, Andrade being just pushed, but refusing to let go of his hold. Finally, separation created by Eddie Kingston.
Ooh, Saito.
Dangerous. Saito suplex is a Taiji. Cover. Hook up a flag.
No. Dos.
Yeah, I saw a dos sign there. I say all the twos and no dos. Okay. Oh, man. Again, you see Andrade right now grabs the back of his head and neck after that dangerous Saito suplex.
Kingston hobbling on that knee. He's one-legged man right now.
Extremely slow to hobble up. This is the same guy that survived wars with Tomohiro Ishii, Hanare, Shingo Takagi.
Eddie is powering everything in his might, trying to get Andrade up.
Can he do it, though?
To the corner.
That security possibly too.
Back elbows.
Elbow strike. Matching up again against the corner again. If this goes the time of that draw, Andrade would advance.
It'll be Andrade and Bryan in the Blue League final.
Oh, big shot. Eddie Kingston comes in with 6. Andrade comes in with 9.
There's that elbow.
Oh, God, that big elbow strike connects.
1, 2. No, Andrade does not get 12.
What the hell? Andrade can't believe it. I can't believe it. The twos can't believe it.
And that just got Andrade frustrated.
What's it going to take?
He might have to reach down and pull El Idolo out of his bag as he was trying to go for earlier. Nope, hold that not because no, he's not because he's got the leg, which can only mean one thing.
Time's playing against Eddie Kingston though here. Figure 4 leg.
Nope, Eddie got the leg. Eddie got the leg. Eddie's got the leg.
He's trying to prevent the full. He's trying to prevent the full pressure. Trying to cross the break. He knows if that gets locked in, this is over. And there it is. He tries.
Nope, got the rope.
Eddie Kingston able to grab the rope though and force the break. He knows that if Andrade bridged up, it was game over.
It was done, and Eddie would have said those titles goodbye.
And there we go. There's the 5-minute call. Listen, we're going to get a 5-minute overlay after all. As Tony Khan says, we will stay with this match until we have a winner.
Hurricane!
Oh, the spinning back fist! He stunned him.
Hurricane again!
And a second one. And now loading him up. Northern Lights bomb!
Will that get it done?
1, 2.
Got it!
Done it! Holy smokes! From the jaws of defeat, Eddie Kingston claims the victory. Eddie Kingston keeps his hopes, dreams, and work alive. And has a rematch ahead of him against the American Dragon on Wednesday night. It's Eddie Kingston with Bryan Danielson in the Blue League final. A New Year's Smash. And the winner moves on to the grand finale in the Continental Classic Tournament. What an incredible match, though. Andrade ends with 9. Kingston ends with 9. But due to tiebreaker scenario, Eddie Kingston advances to Wednesday night. It will be Moxley, Swerve, and Jay White versus either Bryan Danielson or Eddie Kingston.
And speaking of Bryan.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Kingston and Bryan will battle once again Wednesday night, a third time. But for the king of ATW, my all-elite brother for life since day zero, my fellow compadre in all things wrestling, on behalf of the entire ATW family, from Casey Flynn, from Megan, from Cindy, from Lex, from Mikey, from Eric, from everybody that I can't name because I would be here all night, including our newest members, Robert and Jose. On behalf of us all, we wish you all nothing but the best in seedings tidings. Happy holidays to you and your family. And remember, just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. And we are ATW. Merry Christmas, folks. And we'll see you next time for another Impromptu on ATW.
Merry Christmas, you guys.